I've got questions, you've got answers. It's time for the 1000 subscriber Q&A. Wait, hold on a minute. Sorry that this has taken so long to make, mainly because of another video. That took forever to make. But it's finally time for the 1000 subscriber Q&A. Also, I'm sorry if I don't answer everyone's questions. A lot of them were flagged by YouTube for either having links in them or being classed as spam. I'm sorry if your question doesn't appear in this video. I'm also not going to be saying anyone's username in this video. That's to stop this from happening. Question from a username that I'll probably get 100% wrong. Indiscreet. Alright, now a question from Marastar. I'm so sorry if I got your name wrong. Yeah. And one last thing, as I said in the Q&A announcement video, I'll be announcing 2 things at the end of this video. So yeah, stick around for that, or I suppose you could just check the description or pinned comment. Yeah, I mean, actually, you could do that if you wanted to find out early. But anyway, let's get back on topic and get on to the Q&A. How often do you get your hair cut? Well, you see, with my tentacles being the way they are, I can't really get them cut that often due to, well, you know what happens if an octoling gets their tentacles cut off. Wait, hold on a minute. I'm thinking about it. Is there even a hairdresser in Splatoon? Or would it be tentacle? What, tentacle dresser? Tentacle cutter? I don't know. Do they even exist in the Splatoon universe if they do have them? But if you're referring to real life, I'm guessing you are by the IRL in your question. I have no idea. Guess I'd get it cut whenever it gets too long, I guess. What weapon do you hate the most? Out of all honesty, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. And that's the Kensa 52 gal. What, it's a 2-shot? Yeah, it's 2-shot. It can hide behind a wall, and it's got a booyah bomb. I find when I'm using a sploosh, it's not too bad, but if I'm using a slower weapon like a blaster or umbrella, it doesn't stand a chance against it. But yeah, as said, I don't hate it, I just dislike it. How old are you? Okay, I've gotten this question like, what, once or twice? If you really want to know, I'm currently 17. What are your goals for this year? My main goal for this year would have to be learning how to use Blender. As you might have noticed in the past video, I'm starting to add a few little animation bits in. That's only for the montages, by the way. Don't expect a gameplay video to have animated parts. It's really not worth the time and effort that has to be put in. But yeah, I mainly want to learn Blender so I can make these animations look a lot better and more advanced, and also the software that I was using to make these animations kept on crashing every 5 to 10 minutes and it was annoying me so much. Definitely a goal for the end of this year is to learn how to use Blender. Do you have any advice on being a YouTuber? Out of all honesty, I'm not a YouTuber. But if I'd have to give some advice, I'd just say at times you won't get anywhere with YouTube. Although mind you, this advice could probably be used for anything now thinking of it. Just because you don't get somewhere you want to with one thing, don't lose hope. Who knows, maybe some of the skills that you've learned along the way will help you get somewhere else in life. Whilst I do know it's upsetting not getting somewhere you want to be, sometimes you have to accept it and move on. Because if you just stay in that one area, you're not going to learn anything. Especially if nothing happens. But yeah, don't give up on your goal though, on what you want to see or what even you want to do. As I said before, just because you didn't get anywhere with that one thing that you were doing, doesn't mean it won't happen. Just think about it and ask yourself, where do you want to go with it? What rank mode do you hate the most? Rainmaker. That's easy, Rainmaker, 100%. Is it because I'm bad at it? No, but there's one major issue with it, and that's the enemy team hogging it. This one game, I think, is on Anchovy. The Rainmaker got stuck in the enemy's base, and, well, they left it there. Luckily, my team was able to get it, and once we got it as an instant KO. Whilst you could argue it was my fault for going that way, it was. But my point of all this, though, is with Rainmaker, if the Rainmaker gets stuck somewhere, it's next to impossible for your team to get it, unless the enemy team moves it. Which, I mean, if they're in the lead, they're not going to move it, are they? What's your favorite food? Okay, this is also a question I got asked more than once. And to answer it simply, Cheese and spinach parcels. I'll put a picture of them on screen if you don't know what they are, although the picture that I'm showing, they don't look like what they normally do because use the wrong pastry. Yeah. Anyway, if you don't know what they are, they're, well, as the name suggests, spinach and cheese wrapped in pastry. And if you really wanted to, you could add meat, but personally I don't like the meat being added. I like them just as cheese and spinach. So, yeah. Okay, now for some quick fire questions. When did you start to play Splatoon? I don't know exactly when I started to play Splatoon, but I think it'd be just after the Callie versus Marie Splatfest. What is your worst weapon to use? Squeezer. I can't use it for the life of me. Octobrush comes very close second. Where did you hear about it? And by about it, I think you mean Splatoon. On TV as an ad. You know, the, you're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid. Yeah, you know, that ad? Who's your favorite idol? Out of all honesty, none of them. They really don't have much character, out of all honesty. They're just there to tell you what the stages are. But hopefully Splatoon 3 will add character to them. Hopefully, right? How do you feel about Five Nights at Freddy's? I've never played a FNAF game. I have seen them, but never played one. This is mainly due to me not faring too well with jump scares or horror games in general. I don't mind it, but would I play it? No. Squids or octopi? Octopi. I mean, I am an octoling. What's your favorite anime? I don't really watch anime. The only anime I think I've watched is Sonic X, and I definitely wouldn't say that's my favorite. Why did you decide to start uploading? Mainly because I had an idea and I really wanted to start making some new videos. What is something you'd like removed from Splatoon 2? Food tickets. Having the two different currency systems in Splatoon 1, being money and super sea snails, was enough. Having a third one to worry about is really not needed. Favorite number? 999. What was the first Splatoon game you've ever gotten? Splatoon 1. Ow, got a fly in the face. Splatoon 1. Squid Sisters or Off the Hook? Squid Sisters, 100%. Their music is just more memorable than Off the Hook. Sorry, Off the Hook fans. What would you like to see in Splatoon 3? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it again. Different colored pants. How excited are you for Splatoon 3? I'm very excited, but I do have to hold my excitement back. I mean, I don't want to overhype it. What amiibos are you looking forward for in Splatoon 3? Any that come out, really. How did you come up with your YouTube channel name? I mean, I was just thinking of a lot of different names out of all honesty, and this one, I like this one a lot. Okay, and that's the end of all the quickfire questions. I'm gonna have to turn my fan on, it's way too hot today. Wait, hold on, my fan's not... Oh no, my fan's blowing into my mic too much. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it off. How do you sound so good? Well, first things first, thank you. But to answer your question, that would be my microphone. It's a Stadium one. I don't remember exactly what type of mic the Stadium one is, but it's a Stadium microphone. And also the filters I use in OBS. What other games do you play besides Splatoon? One of the games that I probably sink more time into, other than Splatoon, would be Minecraft. When I'm not playing Splatoon or recording a video of it, I like to hop in and just design a big build. I'm currently working on one now. I've got it in Creative World, I already pre-built it in Creative World, and now I'm building it over in Survival, so yeah, hopefully I get that finished soon. But other than Minecraft, I also play Animal Crossing, Subnautica, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a lot of other Switch games, Train Sim World 1 and 2, Miitopia, only on the 3DS, I don't have the full version on Switch, and a lot of other games, which would probably make this list a bit too long. What's your favorite weapon in Splatoon? I have no idea. It's the Splooshomatic, but I don't really mind the Splashomatic either. It's weird. In Splatoon 1, my favorite weapon was the Splatomatic, and in Splatoon 2, it's the Splooshomatic. I quite like the Sploosh, mainly because if there's a problem, the Sploosh is most likely the answer to that problem. Unless it's range, then the Sploosh is never the answer to that problem. What is the worst Splatoon 2 special, sub, and weapon type to use? So I'm assuming you mean, like, if I could combine my own kit, what would be the worst sub, special, and main weapon to put on it? And out of all honesty, the special would be Splashdown, the sub would be Ink Mine, and the weapon would be the Undercover Brella. And yes, this is an actual kit in Splatoon 2. And out of all honesty, I can't really think of a worse sub, special, and weapon combination. Sorry to all the Undercover Brella users out there. I still like the Sunder and Kunda though. What type of content will you make when Splatoon 3 comes out? Well, at first I'll probably just do the usual stuff, you know, probably make some content on the story mode and new weapons and all that. But once I get used to the game, I want to try and make an in-depth storyline. I was going to to do that in Splatoon 2, but then, you know, Splatoon 3 got announced whilst I was planning it. But, yeah, that's mainly my plan for, like, content for when Splatoon 3 comes out. How much Splatoon merchandise do you have? Other than the games and amiibo, not much. There really isn't that much Splatoon merchandise in Australia. The only thing that I do have, which I don't know if you'd class as merchandise, is the Splatoon mangas. Other than that, I don't really have anything else Splatoon related. What would you like for a Splatoon side game? I feel like a really good side game for Splatoon would have to focus just on the story and the world building of the Splatoon universe, as the main games seem to favor the multiplayer more than the single player. But in, like, saying that, what would I like to see for the story? Out of all honesty, I'd like to see it take place during the Great Turf War. I think this would be quite interesting due to how much it's brought up in the Splatoon lore. Maybe you could play as Captain Cuttlefish, or they could do what that new Pokemon game did. I don't know, I haven't really played it, but what's it, Legends Arceus? I mean, they could do something like that, I suppose. Either way, I'd really like to see a Splatoon side game that just focuses on the Great Turf War. No online multiplayer or anything like that, just story and lore and anything else that, you know, is single player related. If everyone named Timothy in an 18-mile radius simultaneously combusted, how many times has Billy from the grocery store played Uno? Yes or no? Mainly because if there's a problem, the sploosh is most likely the answer to that problem. I've got it. Sploosh. Okay, for the last question of this Q&A, what will be the next milestone? And my answer to that is, I don't know. The next milestone that I'll write down is gonna be 2,000 subscribers, but as for milestones that I do something special, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers? It'll be one of those two, or maybe even both, I suppose, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. Alrighty, and that's most of the questions I can answer. I'm sorry if you didn't get to see your question in the video. As said, YouTube did remove some of them for either being classed as spam or having links in them, probably due to what's been happening as of late, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, and the two things I was going to talk about at the end of the video. I've now got a Twitter account and a Discord server, so there'll be a link to both of them in the description below. So yeah, come and hang out, chill. I'm not entirely sure of what else to say. But yeah, I'd like to say once again, thank you to everyone who subscribed, liked, or even just came to watch a video or live stream. It's definitely been a journey to 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, on to the next goal, right?